Hello, and welcome to the Fuzzy Loaf Podcast, where two complete shitheads talk about what's going on in news and pop culture. I'm Scott, that's
Matt.
Hey, knew it was coming.
It's because I had my Capri Sun. Just kidding.
Whatever. All right, as you know, Comic-Con was this weekend, and we're here to talk about a bunch of crap that came out of it. So, Matt, without further ado, see, not professional.
Further ado.
What do you want to go for first?
Let's talk about all the trailers, because there's a buttload of trailers. So we'll run through them.
Get to the meat. We'll do the meat first, and then we'll talk about the smaller bits.
Yeah. Okay, so first up, Kong Skull Island.
I don't know what the King Kong theme song is. Is there a King Kong theme song?
No fucking idea.
All right.
Never really been a fan of King Kong in any way, shape, or form.
Fine. I just like big monsters.
Yeah. But I have no, I don't know what the word is. I'm not more interested in him than I am in Godzilla or any of the other ones. Big monster, doesn't matter the name.
All right.
Or whatever.
Anyway, Kong Skull Island. Looks fine.
It looks like it might be good, but my worry is that it's going to suffer from the same thing that that Godzilla did, where I thought it was 20 minutes of good monster movie and then an hour of shit that I didn't really care about. Yeah.
God, my fucking mic stand's got limp dick. It's got ED over here. You got some extends in your back?
No, I don't. I don't carry that around.
Leave it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a cool cast.
Yes.
You know, King Kong is, they upscaled them a lot to be able to take on Godzilla in 5 years or 6 years or whatever.
Yeah, and then like what we talked about when we when we watched the trailer, because we just watched all these trailers together back to back. I don't know, like I don't quite understand, is this supposed to be in the universe that Godzilla, the most recent movie, just happened in? Or is this like, we want to do a crossover, but not necessarily in either universe, or, you know what I mean?
Right. Or...
is this like one monster movie universe?
Yeah, it's because they said they're going to fight in a few years, but they never gave us any more details besides that, that I know of. So maybe this takes place before Godzilla. Maybe it takes place after Godzilla.
It's true. It could. Although it looks like it's at least roughly modern day.
Yeah. Maybe it took place like a year or
Yeah.
so, or a few months before, or whatever.
Because my whole thing was they go to this island, and like, what is their motivation for going there?
Right. That's not made clear.
Yeah. If it's like to kill Godzilla, or not Godzilla, goddammit, King Kong, and they know he's this giant gorilla, you'd think that they would go in with like a nuke or something more than just like, we're gonna have machine guns and helicopters that he can punch very easily. But
right,
I digress.
So we'll see what happens with that. It's got Brie Larson in it, so I'm already sold. More on that later.
Yeah.
What's the other trailer you want to do? Are you just going in order of what we watched them in?
In order of what we watched them in.
Okay.
So next is Doctor Strange.
Now, I'm really interested in the Doctor Strange movie. I'm gonna see it for sure. It's just I have not been blown away by the trailers at all. I don't really know why.
I think it's because they're still a little, I don't know what the word is for it. Not like ambiguous, but they're like, we don't really understand the scale of what's happening and all this stuff. Like, we don't really have an explanation. Like, even if you know the comics, it's still kind of like this, it's like over our heads at this point, what they're going to do in this movie and how they're going to explain everything and how they're going to justify it being within the MCU and just having started now. You know what I mean? Like, with no like mysticism or alternate dimensions and all these weird things happening prior to this point. Yeah. Besides maybe the tiny molecular universe in Ant-Man or whatever, the
quantum realm or whatever they call it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Doctor Strange like fan in the comics. He's a cool character, but like I've never really read anything Doctor Strange. So maybe, I'm sure if I asked like an actual Doctor Strange fan, this like gets their dick super hard. But for me, it's like Well,
But see,
it's fine.
I'm like, so Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel, all three of those movies really interest me in the same way that Guardians of the Galaxy did, because I don't know very much about them. So it's like, this is an opportunity to get to know a character or characters that I didn't know before.
Right.
And find out really cool stuff about these characters that I haven't been reading because I can't afford to pay $4, $5 per issue.
I know, I can't even afford Marvel comics right now.
Yeah.
I've been reading DC's Rebirth and stuff, which $3 a comic I can...
Hold the line at $2.99.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So which I can afford to read that, but like then I can't. Then I look at a Marvel comic and it's like $4 or $5. I'm like, I just can't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Doctor Strange. I mean, looks fine. It's not like catching my attention though.
Benedict Cumberbatch looks like a good cat or a good cast.
I will agree to that. I'm so yawny right now. I was a little hesitant at first. I wanted someone else, maybe like a Colin Farrell or something, but you know, he works.
I think he looks the part, especially.
Yeah, once you see him with all the garb on and everything.
But I suppose that could have been true for just about anybody.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squid?
Suicide Squad.
They're showing a lot of this movie.
They are. This is true. Well, I feel like they're only... So, really what they did with this, which I think was really smart, is they only showed you like maybe 2 or 3 new clips. Otherwise, they just extended the other ones 1 or 2 seconds either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, you see only stuff that they've shown before, but with like tiny bit more context.
They don't really give us any like more plot details than they already have.
The only new clip that I can think of, or new, like entirely new thing that they showed was Enchantress, like in that weird like celestial dress is what I would call it. It's like all light and flowy and weird. Otherwise, I think everything else was pretty much shown.
Yeah, you made a comment about the music was not like your music choice, but it was cut to the music very well.
Yeah, whoever's cutting these trailers seriously deserves a huge fucking raise, because like they have been probably some of the best cut trailers that I've seen
for
a very long time.
Yeah. I do have to make a comment on the gratuitous ass shots of Margot Robbie.
I can't complain.
I mean, no, but it's not something they should be doing. It's a little offensive. I'm just saying. It's not... The over-sexualization is a little too much.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely... People I've talked to who are Harley Quinn fans has definitely turned them off from seeing the movie at all. But...
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, I understand why they did it, but it is an ill-advised choice. I'm just
speaking up on their behalf, since there is no one here to, because I do notice that.
Yeah.
You know, as a straight white male, it doesn't like really affect me personally too much, but I notice those things. Yeah. And how other people will not like it.
We'll see how it really is in the movie, because
they might just be trying to sell it that way in the trailer.
I was going to say, those might have been shots that they cut specifically for the trailer, or where like they cropped inwards so you're focused more on her butt. Where it's like in a wide shot, are you really going to be focused on just her ass when
where they're trying to go for the lowest common denominator type stuff in the trailer?
Yeah, man, you got to get those bros.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All right. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
This is another trailer where I told you, too, I was like, I want to see the movie, but the trailers just aren't really doing it for me.
Yeah. This one at least revealed more of the plot of the movie. Like, yeah. Because I was telling you, I didn't realize that Colin Farrell's character and Eddie Redmayne were
on different sides.
Not on the same side.
I didn't realize that either.
And I didn't realize how much of like this is kind of like a monster movie, destruction movie too, in a sense, where these creatures are out and wreaking havoc,
but with magical monsters.
And Eddie Redmayne is trying to save them from being killed or captured by these other magical people or humans that are seeing them.
Yeah.
And Colin Farrell it seems like just trying to take them out to stop humans from interacting with them or realizing that the magical world exists.
He's trying to do it in a more aggressive way, and Newt Scamander's trying to do it in a more peaceful way. It's fine. He's Eddie Redmayne is playing the 11th Doctor in this movie.
Yeah.
Just by looking at the trailers, you look at the way he speaks, his mannerisms, he's definitely playing the 11th Doctor. I can totally understand why Matt Smith was up for this role before.
I do like the appeal of them doing it in like this generation, like magic in this time, like in this time frame. You know what I mean? Like in the 40s or whatever.
Or this is the 20s. It takes place in the 20s. Yeah, that's cool.
Still,
making it a period piece is pretty cool too. I always like period pieces. So
what also makes it cool for like the part where at the very end, Newt and then the human that's with him are like clapping and they're smiling. He goes, "Oh, I want to be a wizard." It's like this of the 1920s, dude. It's never gonna be fixed.
What is this thing called again?
It's a pop filter.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Pop filter. Suck my dick, dude. You can't.
All right. Well, you're doing that. I'm gonna start talking about the Justice League. So Justice League released a teaser. This is a lot of.
It's a Comic-Con sizzler.
But a lot of what was shown is what the Kevin Feige
what
and
the press was
shown like a couple weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was. So we see Bruce Wayne trying to get Aquaman. Wonder Woman is already on his side, pretty much, at least from what we saw in the trailer. Cyborg, and then the Flash.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
it.
all.
That's it. Yeah. Because Superman's dead and he's not with them to form the Justice League.
Spoiler.
I'm sorry. The trailer is fine. It's whatever. I just can't. My uber comic book nerd side of me just can't figure out why they're making this movie the way they are.
Because it's done. They've already made what happened.
They fucked up from the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's just...
They're going to have to right the ship from this point because...
But it's such a hard point. It's almost like trying to make a really sharp U-turn.
I guarantee you...
And you're hitting the curb a little bit on that U-turn.
I guarantee you, in the first half of the movie, Superman is alive again. He's not even dead.
I don't think so. I don't really think he's going to... I think we're going to be Superman-less for the majority of the movie. Or he's going to be a bad guy for part of it.
I don't know.
Because that was a rumor, too.
I could see him being gone for a majority of the movie, but then basically coming in and wrecking shop on whatever... Who are they fighting in this? Steppenwolf. That's fucking stupid, but all right. And then there was a few things that bothered me. I think his name is Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, yeah.
I like him, but I don't like him as Barry. He makes a much better Wally.
Why not just call him Wally West?
Yeah, he makes a much better Wally.
Just have the same character, but make him Wally.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to have been Kid Flash or anything. That's, just make it him Wally like in the Justice League cartoon series.
Mm-hmm. I think that would have made much more sense because... Barry, while still being sort of like tongue-in-cheek humor, is a little bit more serious.
He's more classic 50s hero, where Wally is more Spider-Man.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
What did you think about Cyborg and his...
Well, I mean, it's going to take time because obviously the CGI is not all complete on him. We saw a glimpse of him. I don't care. I still don't like Cyborg being a part of the Justice League. Even I don't know why since the New 52, I have not.
I guess maybe because I've never been a super big DC fan. I'm on the edge of being a DC fan where I enjoy reading the comics, but I've never really given a shit about any of their characters. I just can't care about their.
I love all their characters.
I just don't. I don't know why. Maybe because they're so 50s style superheroes.
Yeah, I guess I like that. No, Cyborg. He's a Teen Titan to me.
Yeah.
So ever since they rewrote his history, making him a founding Justice League member, I just can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, but he hasn't been in the Teen Titans in the comics for a while now.
Because they made him a Justice League member.
Yeah.
Except for it's just bizarre to me.
I mean, at this point, he's probably been in the Justice League longer than he was in Teen Titans.
Absolutely not. He was in the Titans for 30 years.
Was he really? I'm trying to think of when the Titans were made.
The Titans?
When the Teen Titans.
The original Teen Titans were made in like the 70s, I want to say.
Oh, see, I thought it was the 80s for some reason.
That's the team the new Teen Titans, the Perez Wolfman Titans. He was part of the new Teen Titans with Beast Boy, Starfire, Raven, Wonder Girl, Kid Flash. Yep.
I don't know. To me, it's whatever. As long as they portray the character well, whatever.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and like I said, they're at a disadvantage at this point because they've released 2 stinkers of movies, and they now have to recover from this, where they're at a point where I don't think they really want to be, where they don't have access to Superman, they don't have Green Lantern, like they don't have a lot of what people think of as the traditional Justice League.
Right.
Yeah. But
bogus.
I'm still hopeful. It doesn't look as bad as Batman v Superman.
Well, I mean, remember, the Batman v Superman Comic-Con trailer didn't look too bad. We kind of liked it.
I was always on edge with Batman v Superman only because I remembered that Man of Steel had great trailers.
And then awful.
Yeah. It was a
hated
garbage truck.
That movie.
All right, moving on to a movie that I enjoy, or a trailer that I enjoy, Wonder Woman.
It looked cool. Looked fine.
Great action shots.
Yeah.
We'll see how the story is.
Yeah. Another period piece.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
She
looks really cool.
I still don't like the coloration. Like all of their movies so far have just it looks like it's trying too hard to be like it's
very sepia tone.
Yeah.
And then but you can tell they like boosted the color on her now, so she really stands out among this. I don't know. It's. I did notice though when they're showing the fighting scene and you see the color on her really standing out among this really gray background, it almost kind of looks like fan filmish to me. You're like, oh, so you just threw Wonder Woman in a war scene? It just because the coloration looks so off.
Yeah,
she like stands out.
And of course, that's something that could be fixed. That might not be the final coloration for the film.
It just seems so jarring.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I still don't like the Wonder Woman theme by Junkie XL.
Oh, that. I don't think it works for
I don't
her
like
at all.
The electric guitar for these superheroes is not. It should be more triumphant, more like
it would make sense.
Orchestra
if it was,
with horns.
It would make sense for not necessarily that specific thing, but that tone or whatever would make sense for Cyborg or Iron Man, somebody who's a modern day character who's based on technology.
But Wonder Woman, she's a god. She should be epic and with horns and big orchestra, but she's bombastic. But it's I'll never get over that. That would take me out of the movie when I was watching Dawn of Justice.
Oh God, yeah, that was
I was like, what?
Yeah, the music in that movie was hot trash. All right, we've got 3 more trailers, and then we'll fly through some of the news. So we got Marvel's Defenders. This was more of a teaser, so this will be quick.
Yeah, there's no actual footage in there. It's more of just an animation. It's almost like an animated logo.
Yeah, it shows each of the individual logos, and then they're being peeled apart and then put back together to make the Defenders logo.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I don't know exactly who the bad guy in this is. I think it's supposed to be the Hand.
That's what it seems like, because in the end it pulls away and there's a outline of a hand. And then the logo's on top of it, and then you have sticks saying, "You think you can defend New York, you can't even defend yourself," or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's
that's probably what it'll be.
Yeah, which is all right. I wish they would do something else, maybe.
But I don't know what else they're gonna do. Some big bad.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I've already dealt with Kingpin, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. All right, then we have Iron Fist.
Hey, shimmy, shimmy, ah, shimmy, yeah, yeah.
No, Iron Fist, not Luke Cage.
Oh, fuck. See, that's how little I cared about the Iron Fist one, apparently.
It was fine. We'll see more.
It was fine.
It didn't show enough.
It's a little teaser.
We don't know, and he hasn't.
Because it
shown
doesn't
up
come
in
out till
anything.
next year.
The reason why I think Luke Cage works so well, which we're going to talk about next, but we might as well talk about it now because we don't really have much to say about Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Is that Luke Cage has already been introduced as a character.
Right.
So we already kind of give a shit about him, and just seeing this one like action shot of him.
You already figure out his character just
Yeah.
by this action shot.
And you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. He's a man who got no time for bullshit.
Sweet Christmas.
Sweet Christmas.
I really wish he would have said that. Or like he pulled off the hoodie and he had that like ugly tan shirt, like gold tan.
Oh, the yellow shirt?
Yeah, but it's like a muddy yellow.
It's a weird, it's like a mustard yellow.
Yeah, it's like not a good yellow. It's not a real yellow. It's like a.
No.
But it would have made great fan service.
I think he does wear it in the show at some point.
That would be fantastic. I mean, his logo kind of is that.
Yeah, his
color,
logo
so,
is great. Iron Fist logo is pretty cool too.
Yeah, and it did show off that he's what is the place?
Kunlun? I think
Yeah.
that's how you say it.
Yeah. So.
Like when we're guessing, it doesn't show it, but
Yeah, but it's a pretty
he's
safe
found
assumption.
by monks or whatever.
It seems like the Himalayas. Is that what it's supposed to be?
I think so.
Okay, because I was gonna say it looked like they crashed on the Himalayas.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a weird, cross-dimensional city that only appears every so often in our realm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Crazy.
More mystic weirdness like Doctor Strange.
Which is fine by me. Expand your horizons.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're done with that. So we've got casting news.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest one is Brie Larson announces Captain Marvel.
Confirmed.
Yes.
Yes. So excited for it. That's great casting.
Yeah. We talked about this before at length when the rumors came up that Brie Larson was being courted by Marvel, or at least in talks with Marvel. I think it's great. I do understand people's concerns with there were some people on the casting shortlist supposedly who were slightly older.
Right. She's pretty young.
But I understand. Like I said, this kind of makes sense. It bridges the gap. If she's gonna be in the movies for 10, 15 years.
15 years is a long time.
Well, you think of Iron Man at this point is 10
years.
10? Yeah, and he's not going to be done until...
Well, it's been 8 years. So,
And he's not going to be done until 2020 at the very earliest.
Right.
Unless he dies right away in Infinity War Part 1. But even then, I think that'll be over 10 years.
I mean, I guess she's 26 by the time the movie comes out or films, which is not till 2019. It's another 3 years.
Yeah. So, I understand.
She could be playing
whatever.
someone a little older.
But also, the other thing is that she'll kind of bridge the gap between Tom Holland, who is extremely young compared to everybody else.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like her and Scarlet Witch are probably the youngest ones besides Tom Holland. I don't know how old Elizabeth Olsen is.
I'll look it up.
But I understand those concerns, though. Like that people have said before, where they wish that Katie Sackhoff was one of them, and
She's 27. Elizabeth Olsen is 27.
okay, yeah, so same age. And then who was the one you wanted? Emily Blunt?
No, I wanted Charlize Theron.
Oh yeah. Which would have been fantastic as well.
Oh yeah, she would have killed it.
Mm-hmm. But that's that. That's that news. We've got some Black Panther casting news. Sorry, excuse me.
Capri Sun coming back at you?
Yeah, a little bit. It's
too
trying
strong?
to come back out. Yeah. Man, that shit's so strong.
Black Panther. We got Michael B. Jordan is playing the villain. Was it Killmonger or something?
Yeah.
Weird that we're not getting Claw as a bad guy in this.
I think he'll still show up.
Probably.
I don't think he's going to be as villain or as important of a villain yet, maybe.
Right. And then Lupita Nyong'o, also going to be a villain. Pretty cool.
Should be interesting.
I'm excited for Black Panther.
Me too.
And we've got all of Creed in the...
Yeah.
Because it's confirmed that Sylvester Stallone is going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, probably as a member of the Nova Corps.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yep.
And we also learned
That
Kurt Russell is in fact playing Ego of the Living Planet. And he's Star-Lord's dad.
Do we know for sure? Because I didn't read that much that they're still making Ego the Living Planet.
Oh yeah, that's what they said in that article I read for you.
Yeah,
he created like an avatar to explore he's basically God.
Yeah.
And Star-Lord is Jesus. He's space Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But I think it's funny. I think people, because there are some people that are like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's comic. None of it makes any sense.
Did you watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy? It's a talking tree and a raccoon.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to. It's comics. They don't make sense.
What a trash
panda? Apparently in the footage, Star-Lord calls him a trash panda because Rocket doesn't like him being called a raccoon.
Yeah.
And Drax is like, is that worse? And he's like, it's so much worse. And Drax apparently asks Ego if he has a penis, and he responds, yes, Drax, I have a penis.
Guardians of the Galaxy is so good. I don't know how anybody doesn't like that. Or
I thought it was great.
DJ from SourceFed doesn't like that movie. And it's like, how? How do you not like that movie?
I don't think he said he didn't like it. He said he didn't like it as much as everyone else did.
It was such a good movie.
It's pretty cool.
It was just what we needed, where it was just funny.
I think Volume 2 could be even better. Now that they've gone crazy, they can go even crazier. Mm-hmm. Was there any
Spider-Man casting news?
Oh, yes. Tony Ravolori confirmed to be playing Flash Thompson, and we know the Vulture's in it.
Yeah.
We don't know who the Vulture is.
We know Michael Keaton is still attached to the project. We do not know if he's playing, like, you know what I mean? There's lots of lots of holes in what's going on.
Right. And I don't know if you heard this, you probably didn't, but at the Mini-Mate Diamond Select panel, you know, Mini-Mate's the figures that I collect all the time, they are talking about the upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming series, and part of the characters in it were the Thinker, or Tinker, and Shocker were part of it. So people are wondering if they'll be in the movie as well.
Maybe.
If that's a spoiler from the toys. Or if they're just in there just because.
Who knows? Maybe they're setting up future villains, but not really. I hope they don't pull us.
Yeah, they're probably not going to be main villains.
Where it's like
they'll probably just show him fighting villains, you know.
Yeah.
Just to bring his back catalog up, because they want to rush a Sinister Six film. Well, they can't wait 6 films or whatever to introduce all these villains. Just have them exist.
Well, and at this point, he's supposed to have already.
He'll have been Spider-Man for over a year by this point.
So it would make sense if maybe in the opening crawl they show him they show a couple villains and then show him just wrecking shop.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be Spider-Man for 6 months by the time Tony Stark gets to him in Civil War.
Yeah.
So.
God, I'm excited for Homecoming.
I'm excited for almost all of this stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad looks great.
Suicide Squad looks good.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? There's one more thing. I don't know if it's not huge news at all.
What is it?
Ghost Rider is coming to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Not going to be the traditional Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
Ronnie Reyes or
something like that. He drives a muscle car, and I think he looks way cooler than the original Ghost Rider.
I'm glad that they brought him there instead of Defenders.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's kind of to prop them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll spin off to something else, and it'll help bridge the gap between the universe.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It'd
be cool if he showed up in
series.
an episode of Defenders or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think it's a good idea that they have him, because while they have Inhumans, they don't have anybody that anybody knows at all.
Yeah, and Ghost Rider's mystical.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mystical.
That's another thing. Was there any other news out of Comic-Con we were missing that we wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. Not for me. There was a lot of stuff that came out, but a lot of it was man, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't remember anything else. So it must not be that important.
Yeah.
If we missed anything, let us know in the comments what we missed, and tell us what you think about that stuff. what we missed and all the stuff we talked about, of course.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah. Do you have any music minute for this week?
I did, actually. For Music Minute this week, NOFX released a new single.
Oh, yes.
6 Years on Dope. Off their upcoming album. I can't remember it. It's,
Okay, Google. What's NOFX's new album called?
That's not gonna work.
It will if my finger wasn't sweaty.
That OK Google stuff's garbage.
You're right. It didn't work. God damn it.
It is... Wow.
1, 2, 3. It's loading.
Should have tried this before.
Don't worry. People love Dead Air.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I even pulled up a post and it didn't even...
First Ditch Effort.
There you go.
That's what it's called. I knew it was something like that. That comes out in October. Single, 6 Years on Dope. Probably one of the best sound NOFX has sounded in quite a few years. It's probably because they're all getting sober now.
Yeah, to me, the only thing is this doesn't sound like NOFX anymore. This kind of sounds like they're trying to be hardcore kids.
But I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Because it's evolution. And I don't know if you ever heard the hardcore EP that NOFX put out a few years ago.
No, I don't think
They
so.
put out like an EP of like 7 or 8 songs or whatever, completely unlisted. And it was a bunch of like covers of hardcore punk songs. And it's actually really good.
Yeah.
So like one of my favorite like recent NOFX things. So I'm good with this evolution of style. Mm-hmm. Give me some more of the Meliel, and I'm that because I mean you can only be like
yeah. I
era
understand
for so
that you
long.
have to.
It's like why
change
Blink
and stuff.
182 now kind of sound like the stuff they put out now. You're kind of like, well, I'm not really interested.
Oh,
in
see,
this.
I like their new stuff much better than I've liked.
You like
any
the
of their
stuff with
old-
Matt Skiba now?
Yeah, I like that much better than I've ever liked Blink
I
182.
listened to the Bored to Death single and I don't really like it.
It's just to me, it's a lot catchier.
The chorus is weird. The lyrics are jarring.
But the lyrics have always sucked. I don't know if you've ever looked at a Blink 182 song, but it's written
Like it'd be
very
fine.
clearly written
It's
by
the
a
whole like
17-year-old.
life's too short to last long. Like the long part, just cut it out. That one line, that one word, and like you're fine.
Yeah.
It's that one extra word that like fucks the whole song up for me.
It's fine.
But I haven't listened to the rest of the album.
If the rest of the stuff I've heard is good. It, like I said, it's catchy. It doesn't sound as boring as their old stuff did, where it's like literally just 3 chords and the same 3 chords for almost every single song.
I could listen. My favorite Blink-182 albums are "Damn It," "Cheshire Cat,"
Yeah.
the really early Blink stuff. Descendants have a new album coming out for the first time in 12 years, I think.
Yeah.
And they're touring. I got my ticket to go see them. Their stuff sounds really good right now. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Bouncing Souls have a new album coming out, too. It's a lot of old punk. Got new albums coming out this year. I'm pretty excited about it.
It's because they're running out of that old punk money. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because there's a ton of money in it.
Like, none.
All right. Anyway, let's get out of here. You can find me everywhere online at Scotty Boy, BWO4Ys. That's Twitter, Instagram, whatever else. Matt.
You can find me everywhere at Hagnerd, Hagnerd. That's the twits, the Instagrams, the Snapchats, all those places. You can follow us at Fuzzy Loaf on Twitter, and you can, if you're listening to this on iTunes, you can find us on YouTube by searching Fuzzy Loaf. Make sure to subscribe and give thumbs up and stuff if you like it. If you're listening on YouTube, you can find us on iTunes and subscribe and give us a rating, and those are stars, I've been told, instead of thumbs up.
iTunes are stars, 5 stars. Yeah, they go 1 through 5.
Just give us a rating.
A rating doesn't have to be a good one. Just do it.
Yeah. Just do it.
Just do it. All right.
Fuzzy Loaf. Just do it. I'm just kidding.
Okay. That will not work.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got no plans for the rest of the day, so I guess I'm just gonna sit and watch Harmon Quest until I fall asleep.
I've got plans.
Yeah, you got a life. I don't. Anyway, we'll smell you later.
Rollin' whenever you are ready.
trying to be professional, but that's just a joke. Never gonna happen.